All right. Well, welcome to Summit Center for Spiritual Living, where we share universal good through love. And we just want to welcome everybody. So Michael is going to turn back off his thing. Is light our candle with 2 wicks and explain what he's doing once he finds it. You ready?
I actually have the tools this week. All right,
Yay.
so our the candle that we light every week, it has symbolism to it. The candle again, the wax representing the one, and we light the first light representing the light of God as us, in us, and through us. The first light, and the second light represents us as community, where we shine a much greater light.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that. And John, if you want to lead us in a song.
All right. We'll start the holiday season off with a bang here with a bunch of Christmas tunes. So, Deck the Halls we'll open up with here. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Come strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasures, fa la 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 la. Passed away, the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new ye lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, la 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 la. I guess there's an extra fa la la I missed there, but that's all right.
All right. Well, thank you very much, John. And it's always good to do a seasonal song at this time of year. So, anyways, today our speaker is going to be Michael, and I don't know what he's talking about, but I know it's not one that he's done before. He said,
Probably
so
just
that's
a bunch
good.
of fa la la.
Yes, la 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 la. Yeah. Okay. And anyway, so with that, why don't we have do our Science of Mind 365, and Michael can do that.
Yes, so for today, or from Science of Mind 365 for December 8th, says the affirmative thought is, today I feel that I merge with the infinite. Today I feel that I merge with the infinite. Say that to yourself silently. Today I feel that I merge with the infinite. From Job 11, it says, canst thou by searching find God? Canst thou find out that the Almighty unto perfection? It is as high as heaven. The measure thereof is larger than earth and broader than the sea. And from Raja Yoga, it says, realize that thou art that. Brahman. which is the cessation of all differentiation, which never changes its nature and is as unmovable as a waveless ocean, eternally unconditioned and undivided. From Ernest Holmes, it says, Job asks us if we can find God by searching. He means that since God is everywhere and since the subtle essence of the infinite is invisible, we do not have to search out the divine spirit, but rather that we should recognize it as the center of all life. That which we see is merely a reflection of this infinite and invisible presence. The spirit itself cannot be seen, but it is felt. Just as we do not see God, but we do see the divine in everything. The creator is revealed in its creation. The formless gives rise to the formed. We should consciously unite ourselves with this invisible essence that pervades everything, that which our lesson says is eternally unconditioned and undivided. To do this is to find wholeness. So today I feel that I merge with the infinite. While there seems to be a beginning and an end to each particular experience, there is neither beginning nor end to myself. My real spirit is omnipresent in God, secure in good and perfect in divine being. Science of Mind 365.
Thank you. And John's going to go ahead and do a song, and I will do the meditation. So thank you, John.
The first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east, beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
And as we take in a deep breath, let's just take in that deep breath, release and relax, just let go. Take in another deep breath, release and relax once more. And this time, as you take in a deep breath, just really let go of any tension in your body when we release it. So one really great big one. Okay, so I recognize the love, the joy, the peace, the beauty, the power, the light, the life, the wisdom that is spirit, that is God, that is everywhere, present in us, as us, through us. It is everywhere because that is spirit. Spirit, God, mind, creator, universal force, universe, whatever you want to call the all that is. Love and peace, joy are the time of the season. It is that time where we really need to recognize it every day, but this is the time of the year that we really need to spend some extra time reminding us of that love and peace and joy, beauty and power and light and life and wisdom. So knowing that we are one with all that God is through us, as us, in us, and we are one with all of those promises, the love, the light, the power, the beauty, love, peace, joy, wisdom. I just declare now for our center in this gathering a time of peace, a time of love, time of joy. That as Michael speaks, his words are Spirit's words coming through him as him. But he touches us in a very special way. That everybody that sees this broadcast or is a part of this broadcast feels it. And even just being around the people that we're thinking about, our loved ones, just whoever we may be thinking about, our loved ones, our friends, our family. This always allows joy and peace and love to be permeating through us, in us, and as us. Grateful for John doing the music. Grateful for Tim and Kyle and Hannah being here. Michael doing the speaking. Most likely, I'm assuming Deb and Wayne are in the background. And that anyone else who is seeing this live or seeing us in a future time, we just know that peace, love, joy is within each and every one, every way. We know for the world situation, that peace really does happen, especially in the areas where there is war. That peace is now happening. This peace is there because God is there. It's just a matter of recognizing that peace by everyone. So I give thanks. I give thanks for the good. I give thanks for all that is. I give thanks for the opportunity just to be present with each and one of these people, even if it's through the media instead of in person. So I just give thanks for all the good. And I now release my word. I know it is already done because I spoke it, and my word never comes back to me void. It always comes into fruition. So with that, I say, so it is. Amen.
The first Noel shepherds in fields as they lay in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
Okay. And as you come back to the room and you open your eyes, please also open your cameras and take a moment to look into each other's eyes and see the magnificent spirit within each and every person. All right, hi, my name's Tim and John and Kyle. I don't know if Anna will open her camera or not, but either way, it's great to see everybody and just to be able to see those beautiful eyes and that beautiful person within. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over to Michael for him to speak about whatever he's going to speak about. So thank you, Michael.
Well, good morning, everyone. Happy holidays. It was really nice to see a lot of you at our annual gathering on Monday. How wonderful it was. So, happy holidays, or as my late mentor would say, happy holy days. This is my second year of going through the Science of Mind Home Study course, which is available right now through Amazon if you'd like to get it, and helps out the Science of Mind archives, by the way. So the home study course itself, it consists of 48 weekly lessons that expands upon the Science of Mind textbook and is meant to assist those who are not near a center or a Science of Mind minister to learn and apply our powerful teaching. The article that I'm going to talk about today is in lesson 43, and it's called The Divine Givingness. The Divine Givingness. And it's about the spiritual principle of receiving. So the focus of the holiday season that we're currently emphasizes gift giving. And again, from our society says that it's better to give than to receive. Well, I'm going to question it. I think it's good to give, and it's also good to receive also. We are going to discuss and talk about the importance of receiving, not only from each other, but also from the great universal law that we are surrounded by and immersed in. So I remember a story by the late Reverend Chris Chenoweth, who asked prosperity teacher Dr. Catherine Ponder what the number one block to spiritual prosperity was. So Dr. Ponder told Chris that the number one issue was in receiving. Again, most of us were trained that it is more blessed to give than receive. So Dr. Ponder was saying that both giving and receiving are important. And it's very important to learn how to do both. So it is my observation is that New Thought students need to work on the receiving, not only from others, but from the divine. So the truth today, capital T, is that the divine is always giving to us. So some pictures of Indian gurus have them put their right hand up. And again, that to symbolize the divine always giving, the divine always giving. Ernest Holmes wrote this: "It is the nature of spirit to give. Spirit is the essence of life as well as the intelligence back of everything. It is complete and perfect within itself. It is all power and all presence. We have nothing to offer nature other than a willingness to cooperate with her laws. Holmes goes on to say, if we are to demonstrate that the divine givingness is a principle in the universe, then we, you and I, must set up a receiving center. For no matter how abundantly the horn of plenty may pour out its universal gifts, there must be a bowl of acceptance, a chalice of expectancy, or the gift cannot be complete. So unless there is someone to receive the gift, it's not able to be given. So Ernest Holmes continues by saying, he says, the divine givingness is from eternity to eternity. Our receiving this may be spasmodic, but many great souls have, through faith, though, reached back of the appearance of lack and limitation to the cause of things and received directly and consistently from the divine bounty. I'll read that again. Many great souls through faith have reached back of the appearance to the cause of things and received directly and consistently from the divine bounty. The reason that you and I do not at all do this is because we do not believe that there is a divine givingness. So the truth today is this, capital T, the truth, is that the universe is always available to support us in this thing called life, which is a book also written by Ernest Holmes. So the reason that we do not receive more is because of our misbelief that the universe doesn't give to us. The great teacher Jesus tells us that it is done unto us as we believe. So if we believe that the universe supports us in a positive nature, then it does so. If we believe that the universe doesn't give to us, that it doesn't support us, that life is hard and just meant to be endured, then the universe responds by not supporting us because of the great universal law of life that we talk about. God is not only spirit and love, but God is also law, the impersonal law of life. So the universe, spirit, God, or whatever that you want to call her, yes, her. It doesn't matter what you call God, responds to us as we believe in it. So as we teach weekly here at our center, because of our oneness with the one, we are creative centers of God consciousness, whether we like it or not. We are all creative centers of God consciousness, whether we like it or not. The challenge here is that most of us don't believe in our own divine creative nature. And we spend most of our lives believing it is done unto us by other people, and not that it is done unto us as we believe and consciously create. So to receive the great gifts of the universe, we must learn to receive the giving nature of the divine. Again, remember, the divine is always giving. Can we receive? Ernest Holmes continues in the article. He says, the Spirit is not only giving, but it also creates the channel through which this giving may become our receiving. And listen to this really very closely here. In other words, the bowl of acceptance, which we hold beneath the outpouring horn of plenty, in itself is a part of the divine givingness. For how could there be a givingness unless there was an equal receivingness? So we have to be able to, again, to accept the gift, to accept the givingness of Spirit. It is the receivingness which fulfills the givingness. And the interaction is complete only when our bowl of acceptance is full. We need to have no sense of unworthiness, nor should we fall under the illusion that it is spiritual to be poor. You understand that. It is not it is not spiritual to be poor. It's a false belief. Nor equally wrong that people who happen to possess enough of the world's goods to make life comfortable are thereby unholy. Both false beliefs. It is the divine will, though, that we should receive. But since we are individuals, even the divine will cannot compel us to receive that which we refuse to accept. Therefore, our part in the divine givingness is to what? Is to have faith and to cooperate with the law of abundance. I'll say that again. So our part here, if we want to receive more, is to, again, to have faith and to cooperate with the great law of abundance. Ernest Holmes continues, he says, the Spirit is absolutely without limit. Can we just imagine that? The Spirit is absolutely without limit. Nothing has ever imposed any restrictions on it. The Spirit is without limit. It knows no limitation, no limiting circumstances. So who imposes that bondage? We impose the bondage of our belief upon the law. Again, the great law of life that says only one thing, and that is yes. It needs direction to create. And again, it can create what we seemingly don't want. So that's the reason why, again, that we teach in the science of mind the whole idea of conscious creation, so that you can create the life that you really want. So Ernest Holmes continues, this is why it is written, so we see that they could not enter in because of unbelief and because they limited the Holy One of Israel. In this way, our unbelief becomes acceptance. Our fear becomes a misplaced faith. We are bound by the very power which alone could free us. One more paragraph from Ernest Holmes. He says, we should likewise remember that the creative law is one of reciprocity, of reciprocal action, and that it responds to us by reflection. I'll say that again. The creative law is one of reciprocity, of reciprocal action, and that it responds by reflection. Ernest Holmes again, since our imaging in it restricts our use of it to the things that we imagine or to our expectation, it follows that to secure better results, we must reimagine, create a new faith, increase our receptivity, enlarge our mental concepts, and maintain a more enthusiastic expectation. When we do this, wrote Ernest Thomas, we are starting a new chain of cause and effect. Believe in the divine givingness. Believe that it is the divine will that you should receive this divine givingness, and then consciously accept it. So the tools that we use are faith. We use our belief. We use acceptance. We use what's called the mental equivalent, and we'll talk more about that in a moment here. We use spiritual embodiment, and we also use the understanding of the meaning of the words that we use in treatment. So to receive from the universe, we must build a bigger basket internally than we have now. I'm going to say that again. To receive more from the universe, we must build a bigger basket internally than we have now. We are receiving good now. We are receiving good now. We have, again, good in our lives. Again, I think that most of us had breakfast this morning. We had a roof over our heads. We had a bed to sleep in. So we have good in our lives. So if we want more, then what happens is that what we have to do is we have to create a mental equivalent of what you want. So this is done by spiritual mind treatment, affirmations, and also visualization that are repeated daily to counter the false beliefs that we have, and also for us to build a bigger mental equivalent. So let's say that again, that you're at your favorite convenience store and that you have a container and it says 8 ounces. So you go ahead and you put it under the spout and it gives you not 8 ounces, but it gives you 16 ounces. What happens is that you get your 8 ounces, but then the overflow then goes down the drain. So what would happen if you got a bigger container? You got a 16 ounce. Now, what would happen if, again, the fountain itself is unlimited? What if you went ahead and you got a 64 ounce or 128 ounce and allowed that to fill up at the fountain? So one of my favorite books right now, one of my favorite series that I'm working through, it's called Coffee Self-Talk. Coffee Self-Talk by Kristen Helmstetter. And if that last name sounds familiar, her father-in-law is the self-talk expert himself, Dr. Shad Helmstetter. This is what she does to manifest good in her life. And she tells the story in her books that she was $100,000 in credit card debt, living overseas, really having a hard time of making it. And so, again, she kept reading, she kept studying. She probably had a phone call or two to her father-in-law. But this is what she does. This is from her book. She says, I achieved my unwavering belief in my future prosperity by starting with the pictures in my head. pictures of the future me and my financial achievements. I saw them again and again and again. And then some more. I made them so real in my mind that even though I was imagining the future, I made it feel like it was in the present. And that's a key secret to working with the law. From her book, again, Kristen says, she says, as Dr. Lisa Rankin said, detailed visualization and affirmation helps the brain imprint the new belief into the subconscious mind. So Kristen said and wrote, so I go all out when I visualize, like super detailed and big. I act like a little kid and I use my imagination, no limits, literally none. I imagine that all the prosperity that I want is mine. I imagine how awesome it to be to have what I want right now. And I say, thank you over and over and over and over again, as if it already happened. And what happens when I open my eyes after visualizing? And I look around and see that I'm not actually living that future reality yet. Do I get discouraged? Not on your life. Heck no. I smile big because I can see what's coming. I'm patient, I am determined, and besides, the journey is half the fun. Bring it on, baby. The words of Kristen Helmstetter. So I encourage you all to go get as a holiday gift to yourself one of the Coffee Self-Talk books. And she even has one for guys called Coffee Self-Talk for Dudes, which I find amusing. The technique that Kristen writes about is so simple, yet it is extremely effective. It puts together really a workable system to be able to start changing your life now. So what you do is in the morning, you brew your favorite beverage. Mine is coffee. And as you're drinking the good stuff, it doesn't have to be coffee, it can be tea or whatever. You say positive affirmations and you feel as if they've already happened. Now, what I do is I put on meditation music while I'm sipping my coffee, and then I say my affirmations out loud, both general and specific. So, in just the short time I've been doing that, I feel so much better. Because in the morning, what I noticed was I would feel up feeling blah or nothing, and then wonder what was going on during the day. So, for us to be able to manifest good in our lives, we must vibrate at a higher frequency. And so, again, by starting off your day by doing affirmations with your favorite beverage, that what happens is, again, that becomes a habit. And there's also, you can also do it. She also has a book called Tea Self-Talk and also Pillow Self-Talk. So the ideal times to do your affirmations are in the morning and also in the evening. Why is that? And that's because, again, the brain wave starts to slow from beta down to alpha. So those are really good times to start doing and using your affirmative thoughts. I say them out loud. And again, when I think of saying them out loud, the Bible verse comes up from the New Testament that says, faith comes by hearing. Faith comes by hearing. So for me, I say them out loud with lots of enthusiasm. Lots of enthusiasm. So, again, If you want to, you can repeat that same procedure at night or really any time during the day. I have 4 questions for you today. The first one is, do you spend time daily saying affirmations to enlarge your current mental equivalent? Do you do that? Second question, do you visualize having your desires right now with the feeling that you would have if it's already materialized? The third question is this, do you bless and give thanks for the good that you've already received and know that you are receiving more? That song that we sing weekly, good and more good is mine and ever increasing good is mine, is not just good words. The reason we sing it is because, again, that was an affirmative thought that Ernest Holmes taught. And number 4, are you spending time in meditation, feeling the presence of spirit as you? If not, if you're not spending time daily with affirmative thoughts, if you're not visualizing your desires as if you've already received them, if you do not go ahead and bless what you have now and give thanks for the ever increasing good that you're receiving, if you do not spend time in meditation, those are the reasons why your life is staying the same or maybe even getting worse, is because you have not taken deliberate control of your mind. Things, conditions, situations will not change until you create a new mental equivalent on the inside. Holmes referred to this as embodiment. So, using the language of quantum physics, for me to experience the collapse of the waveform from possibility into particularization or manifestation, I have to be at my goal or desire first mentally, and then have the feeling of already having it. So let's say that you're here. I'm just using my hands here. Let's say that you're here and you want to be here. Okay. And there seems to be a gap between those two. So what quantum physics, the science of mind, and any type of manifestation process is saying is that for you to change, you have to be there now. You have to be there now. Even if it's not in sight, you have to be there now in your thoughts and your feelings. You have to be there now. That's how the quantum field collapses. That's what happens to make your desires come true. So I know that I've thrown a lot at you during our short time together here. So that's why in the season of giving that I am offering to you a gift. It's the most precious thing I have to give you. It is my time and my expertise. If you don't know how to do this, what I explained today, if you feel blocked in any way, if you would like to go to a new level, then book 1 hour of my time by emailing me at pastormichaelmangus@gmail.com. Don't tell me in the chat. Don't call me. You send me an email, pastormichaelmangus@gmail.com. pastormichaelmangus@gmail.com. That hour for you is my gift to you, completely and totally free. So another gift that I offer and I haven't told anyone, but it's no big secret, is that I offer individuals who are with us on a regular basis spiritual coaching and treatment work on a donation basis. Find coaching out there for less than $150 an hour. You're not going to find it out there on the internet. You may find individuals charging maybe 60 or 70, but again, that to really get really good coaching, again, that it can get pretty pricey, and you're worth it, and you don't have to pay that. So again, if you're here on a regular basis, and again, at least 2 Sundays a month, you get the buddy price. So my question to you is this today. Do you want things to change in your life enough to book a free coaching or practitioner call? Do you want things to change in your life? And again, that we can work together to create affirmations and spiritual mind treatments that are specific to you. I was thinking today of the late, great Dr. Joseph Murphy, who was a religious science and also a divine science minister. He wrote like 30 plus books, really around the same topic, which was, again, that he would have people come to him. They would explain their situation. And what he would do is he would mentally switch it around in his mind to the thoughts that would create what was desired, and then put it down on paper and then give it to them and say, here, do this 2 or 3 times a day for at least 5 minutes each time. Absolute miracles happen. It doesn't matter what the situation is, that if you change your mind about it, it will change. If you change your mind about it, it will change. So in conclusion here, for your life to be joy-filled and happy, you must, as Paul wrote in Romans, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Yes, you are a creative center of God consciousness, whether you like it or not. Receive the greater life that's available from spirit within you and create a new, larger mental equivalent within you. Get a bigger cup. Get a much bigger cup. Again, and so if you don't know how to do that, then book an appointment with me. From Ernest Holmes, our mental attitudes toward the divine givingness should be simple and direct. We are to accept the gift. We are to look forward to it with anticipation and with enthusiastic attention. We are to maintain an inner joy. And why not? If we realize that the divine givingness is the gift of a perfect law of liberty forever made, and if the divine will is the outpouring of the Spirit into self-expression through us, then let's then receive the gift. Happy holy days. Namaste. I salute the divinity as you.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. That was very good. And as remembering that we need to already see what we want and experience it in our mind and feel it more than anything. Feel it is the big thing to actually have it happen. So once you do that, wow, it's great. So thank you, Michael. I'm going to open this up to anybody else who may have. And hi, Carolyn. To anybody else who might have a comment or question.
Thought activated by emotion. Feel it. I go to this spring and take various sizes containers of from a gallon all the way to 5 gallons, as many as are empty, filling my car. You should go to this spring because the water flows from deep within the earth constantly. Down in Canton, there's 4 taps and people come and go. I've never been there when someone wasn't coming or going. So you just stand there and fill all your jugs with this really good spring water, from deep in the earth. Very clean.
Is that Memorial Park?
Yeah, it's McKinley Monument.
Okay, yeah.
Monument Park, for the McKinley.
Monument, okay.
Yeah. It's right along Monument Drive there. It even has a brick building with a roof, so you don't get wet.
I know I've seen it before, but.
Hey, Carol Ann, looks like you want to say something.
Yeah, I only got in on the last half, but it was very, very excellent. I am reminded of having been told a long time ago, it is the consistency. We our mind has that expectation of I'm going to ask for something and I'm going to get it. Well, we know as kids that doesn't work. We can ask and, it doesn't always work. It usually doesn't, type of thing. But I think that is a very important piece that a lot of people miss, is the consistency of seeing what you want, so that you can even use all 5 of your senses. Feel it, see it, taste it, and know it. And know that it is coming very fast. Now remember, you're dealing with the universe. So fast in universal time, there isn't such a thing, because there's no time. And so it does happen immediately in universal time. Yeah, we kind of want to, we ask and we kind of look around, or we'll look at our wound and say, well, I don't see any difference. And we have no idea how rapidly the universe is working to bring this to us. But we have to remain consistent and persistent in our knowing. So thank you. What a beautiful job with that.
Great. Tim, it looks like you have a comment. Tim?
Oh, yeah. What John just said, that brought on that lesson that was the main topic of what Michael was teaching. If you go to that eternal spring, and a lot of people do, but they just dip their hands in and drink and are awe-strucken, but then go back to, business as usual. When you go to that eternal spring, bring a lot of receptacles up here and take it back to your daily life. I don't know, that just dawned on me.
I like that. Kyle, did you have any other questions or comments? Kyle?
Oh, no, thanks.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to turn this on over to John to do a song then.
All right. Well, this is one I do every year for, 60 years or so. Brought to the world by Peter, Paul, and Mary back in the 60s, based on the beginnings of Christmas caroling over in merry old England, where people would go door to door and ask for a treat and sing them a song. And it's called a solon. That was the term for it, I guess, back in the day. God bless the master of this house and the mistress also, and all the little children that round your table row. The cattle in your stable, the dog by your front door, and all that dwell within this place wish you 10 times more. Soul, soul, soul cake, please Please, good missus, a soul cake, an apple, a pear, a plum, a cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. 1 for Peter, 2 for Paul, 3 for the one who made us all. Go down into the cellar and see what you can find. If the barrel be not empty, we hope you will be kind. We hope you will be kind with your apple and strawberry, or will come no more a-solin' till this time next year. Soul cake, please, good missus, a soul cake, an apple, a pear, a plum, a cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. 1 for Peter, 2 for Paul, 3 for the one who made us all. My shoes are very dirty, my clothes are very thin. I have a little pocket to put a penny in. If you haven't got a penny, a halfpenny will do. If you haven't got a halfpenny, God bless you. Soul cake, please, good missus, a soul cake, an apple, a pear, a plum, a cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. 1 for Peter, 2 for Paul, 3 for the one who made us all.
Thank you. That was I love that song. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so it is that time in our service where we have the opportunity to give. There are several ways you can. You can go to Zelle, and you will go to sscofakron@gmail.com that you can do online through Zelle, or you can go to PayPal at sscofakron@gmail.com, or you can send a check or a money order to with the word summit on it to 1199 Lexington Avenue, Akron, Ohio 44310. And as we symbolically take our gift right top over left, and just know that all that we have, all that we received, all that there is blessed in a very special way. It not only goes to the work of Summit Spiritual Center, also returns back to the giver 10 times or more in a very special manner. And so it is. I give thanks. Amen. How about some good, more good, John?
Good and more good is mine, and ever increasing good is mine. Unlimited, infinite good is mine. Wherever I go, I see good. Whatever I do, I feel oh so good. I'm worthy and entitled to good and more good. Good crowds itself upon us, wraps itself around us, We give ourselves permission to accept more good, express more good. Good, more good is ours, and ever increasing good is ours. Thank you, Spirit, and so it is.
Right. Thank you. It's time for announcements.
Yes. So I spend my week working with New Thought Media Network. So check us out on YouTube. We got lots of great programs. Had a great program last week on Friday evening for Friday's Fireside Chat. So check it out. And we put a lot of the programs that I produce, we put that on our Facebook page also. Just a quick reminder, maybe Caroline Drick also has something to say. The meditations that we've been having here for the past couple of months have been nothing but outstanding. And that we have another one coming up here a week from this Wednesday. And maybe Caroline would like to say a few more things about that. And we also have news about a wonderful class that Caroline will be having in January. So so anyone who would like to join us for the meditation in December, just please, again, just send me an email request at pastormichaelmangus@gmail.com, and then I will send you the link then to that. Again, the meditation's been wonderful. We've had people really from not only across the country, but we've had people from other places just again come in, and the meditation is absolutely wonderful. So that's available not this coming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday then. So it's a wonderful gift that you can give to yourself. Again, an evening and meditation with Carol Andrick coming up. All right. Thank you. I have to go because I have a wedding to go do right now. So peace and blessings. Thank you very much. You guys have a great week. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you for a great talk as well.
Yes.
Have a nice week.
Okay. All right. John, do you have an announcement?
Yeswise.com. I have a program I've been doing introducing my holistic studies programs and other information. On Tuesdays, you can find the link to the past ones at my Rumble channel at Yeswise at Rumble or at yeswise.com. And then I also have my blogs there at yeswise.com. But after the first of the year, I'll be having some courses on various aspects of holistic studies that I think are important, need to know information. So you can check that out and or join me on Tuesday for an introduction to that.
Wonderful. Carol Ann, did you want to unmute yourself, honey?
Would think the computer would understand when I start to talk, it should unmute. All the things that it can do, it doesn't seem to do that one. The next planetary shifting meditation is actually on Wednesday, the 18th. And at that we will have a looking into the future and what January and February might hold for all of us. And I encourage everyone to come. They're fun, they're complimentary. And, this time in the shifting within our country, within the planet, it is so important. Whether we come to that, but every day we give thanks and really surround this world with peace and love and right action, so that we can not just make America great, make this planet great again. So I look forward to seeing you, and if not, I welcome your presence through thoughts. Thanks.
Okay. All right. So next week our speaker will be John. And John, I don't know if you've talked to Tim, or I know I haven't talked to Tim.
What I was going to suggest that we do music for next week, like we did last year. Tim, you have some songs we can put on a little concert back and forth?
Sounds great.
I'll have a few comments between songs, maybe, but mostly music.
Sounds good.
Okay. Do you still have my number?
I think so. Yes, I'll call you.
Okay.
Text you or something.
If for some reason you don't, John and I have it. I can send it to you. So,
Okay.
all right. Okay. Well, anyways, that'll be nice because we'll have both of our musicians doing music and doing lots of holiday type stuff, which will be nice too. So, okay. So that's what's coming up next week.
So does that mean no service the following week?
No, we'll have one that week too.
Yeah, that service. We're still having a service on the fourth on the fourth week, and
Okay.
that'll be. We only did that. The only reason why we did it then is because we knew that you were available to. I wasn't sure if you're available on the fourth week. So
Yeah, actually, it's the fourth week, so I wouldn't be. Sorry.
okay, all right. So yeah, so but we will have our regular service on the fourth week, and that will be Carol Ann speaking. And then Michael will do the end of year talk with our bowl burning, whatever you want to call it as well, at the last Sunday of the month. So so that's pretty much what's going on. And so with that, let's just take a time for a moment of silence. And I'll bring us in and I'll bring us out. So please bring into mind somebody who may need some healing, whether it's yourself, a family member, coworker, or just the planet, or in general. So we'll do this moment of silence, and then, anyways, thank you. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is, and all is well.
Well, we wish you a Merry Christmas. So let's join in and sing. Where is it? There it is. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding. And bring a cup of good cheer. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring it right here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. So it is. Amen. Okay. Thank you, everybody. This does end our service. And we'll have, John, can you take down your
Yeah.
Merry Christmas? Take yours. Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
There we go. And Hannah, let us know once our